Hi everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome to my Facebook Live. Thank you for tuning in. We'll get started in just a minute. I hope everybody had a very happy holiday. We had fun. The kids came in. The first part was very cold. I'm glad they came a day early and avoided bad weather. And then right after Christmas, it was gorgeous outside, warm, and we did all kinds of things. We went to SeaWorld, Six Flags, the Botanical Gardens, the zoo, the museum. So we were out there and we had a blast. So I hope everybody had really good holidays. It's still nice weather here, which is great. I've got a little bit of I don't know, I haven't lost my voice, but I sound a little bit hoarse. But I'm fine. Hopefully I won't have any coughing fits or anything while we're doing this tonight. But I'm excited to show you guys. We're close to the new catalog kicking off in 2 days. So I'm going to be showing you some things out of the new catalog. Hi, Pam. Thanks for sharing. So we should have fun tonight. I've got a lot of things to tell you about. Hi, Lois. Happy New Year to you. So lots of fun. So let's get started because we have a lot to cover. Let me turn my camera down. All right, give me a second because I didn't have time to play with this ahead of time. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So the first thing that I want to do is tell you about a card class that I have coming up. Hi, Donna. And that's going to be a Valentine's card class. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Let me show you the cards for this Valentine's Day class. It's made with the Country Bouquet, and this is going to be in the new catalog. And we have a Happy Valentine's Day card with the hearts. Just wanted to say Happy Valentine's Day. I love that we are friends. This gold shimmer paper is new and so pretty. And then a nice little treat bag with some hearts in it. This is a fun class, and this is going to be another one of the craft along classes. So this will air on the 31st of January. If you're interested in signing up, you get everything to make these cards, and then you can craft along with the live. And then you get over $25 worth of Stampin' Up product as well. So you'll get half a pack of the DSP, and the DSP comes with 2 sheets of each of these really fun prints. Let me show you all these fun Valentine's Day prints. And then the back of the DSP is just as beautiful. Lots of fun prints and colors. So you'll get half a pack of that. You'll get some of this gorgeous shimmer paper, and this is in 3 different colors. I love the gold. I'm partial to gold. And we have kind of a sage green and a very beautiful purple. You'll also get a spool of the white glittered organdy ribbon, and then these pastel adhesive back sequins, which are brand new and beautiful, and I think they look really nice on the cards. So if you're interested in signing up for the class, it's $32 plus $8 for shipping, so that's $40 total. And I'm taking orders through the 15th of January, which I know is kind of short notice, but I want to ship the kits by the 23rd, so everybody has them by the 31st. Anyway, if you're interested, email me about that. Tonight, we're going to start working out of the new mini catalog. These catalogs start on Thursday in 2 days, so I still can't show you the inside until after Thursday. But I will show you the sets that we're going to be working with. And these are the things that we're going to make in the live tonight. So I've got this Thanks a Bunch card with the orange. We're doing a citrus theme. Got some lemon lime, a little bit of grapefruit, and then we're going to do a really fun lemon bundt cake in a box. So those will be the projects. I'm going to move my camera a little bit backwards like that. Can you still see okay? Let me see if my hands, maybe I'll move it up just a little bit so my hands will be okay. And I feel like I'm a little bit crooked. All right. Anyway, let's get started. We're going to start with the orange one first. And this is the new bundle. It's Sweet Citrus, and it has these really fun stamps. And then it has dies to go with it. And there's only 7 of the dies, and a lot of them are doubles, which is nice to be able to die cut more than one at a time. And then also in the bundle, you get this beautiful embossing folder with the citrus. So you get all 3 of those things in the bundle. Okay, the other thing we're going to use on this card tonight, I have this little square that I took out of the Stylish Shapes dies. And then I use this border right here from the Basic Borders to cut out the white borders. Okay, so that's how we did that. I feel like it's been a long time since I've been live. Hi, Renee. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, excuse me, just going to get a quick drink, is we're going to do some stamping. We're going to use Stamparatus, and we're going to start with some orange. So I'm going to use 2 colors. I used Pumpkin Pie for the outside, and I used Mango Melody for the inside. You can use any orange colors that you want. You can do the inside and the outside the same color, whatever you like to do. So I'm going to start by just putting a piece of basic white on my Stamparatus. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use 2 parts to this. And I've kind of already lined them up. But what you want to do, this will stamp right here, you can see. I've already put this one on. This is the outside peel stamp. And then what I did, let's do that part first. We'll do that in the pumpkin pie. So I've just lined it up where I want it to go on the paper. I pick it up, the stamp, and we're ready to go. I'm going to ink it with my ink pad. And you don't have to use the Stamparatus. You can use a bigger block like this, and that's fine. I just find this works better for me. Okay, so now we've done this part. Then what you do is you want to take your other stamp, this is the inside stamp, and just line it up where you want it to go on here. And I think that looks pretty good. You can be really precise when you're using the Stamparatus. Then I'm going to pick up that part, make sure this stays down. Then I'm going to use the Mango Melody on the inside. Make sure that stayed where I want it to be. Okay. Now, once you get the stamp set up, you can just keep stamping and stamping. And there's our orange all set and ready to go. Now that we've got it set up, if you want to do a bunch of the orange cards in a row, you just keep stamping this way and this way and this way and this way, and you can make a whole bunch of different ones. Tonight, since we're using a whole bunch of different colors, we'll just clean this off and then use the other colors to stamp with too. So it makes it nice and easy. I did a bunch of these cards for a swap, and it was really easy to use the Stamparatus that way. Okay, so we've got our oranges ready. The other thing we're going to stamp is in the Mango Melody. We have these little blossoms, so these blossom flowers, and I still have room on my piece of white. So I've stamped one of those. And then I'm going to use Granny Apple Green and do some leaves. And for this card, we need 2 sets of leaves. And there's room right here. Okay. And that's what we're going to need stamped. We're still going to stamp our sentiment, but right now we're in pretty good shape as far as this goes. Then let me get the dies and show you. So this is really nice and easy. You just line this up like this, and it cuts all the pieces out at once, just like that. That's a funny looking orange, right? I guess that's more of a lemon, but we're not going to use that piece. So you just line it all up like this and run it through your Stampin' and Emboss machine. And it's nice that you can do 2 at once, because I put them a little bit close, but I could cut out both at once if I would have spaced them a little bit further apart. Okay, so that's all you do. Run it through your machine, and it cuts out all your pieces, and you are good to go. So I've already cut out the pieces for tonight, so you don't have to watch me do it all individually. I'm just going to set those aside, and then we're all ready. Okay, so back to the beginning on this card. Pumpkin pie, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. It's going to go this way. Then I have this lovely piece of Designer Series paper. Now this paper is in the new Celebration catalog, the little one where you get a bunch of free stuff. So I got this pack of paper for free with a $100 purchase. And I am in love with the colors. They're just so pretty. They're vibrant. They're colorful. I love the small patterns. There's big patterns. I mean, there's so many things I haven't even touched yet. It's absolutely gorgeous paper. It's a lot of paper. I think it comes with like 4 sheets of each design, and it is, I can't wait to keep playing with this paper. This is my, of all the celebration items in that catalog, this is my absolute favorite. And we're going to use 3 different patterns tonight on these cards. So I have this piece that I cut out, and it is 5.5 by 2.5. And then I took some basic white cardstock, and these are 5.5 long, and you can see they're not even, they don't have to be even. And I used those dies that I showed you before, and I ran this through the die cutting machine, just like that. And now we have a little bit of a border. So I'm going to take some adhesive, and we're going to attach this. Now I'm doing the front side of this border. We're going to attach this to either side of our DSP. And I just want the scallop showing just at the very edge. I didn't do a good job of lining that up. So let me try again. Okay. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. You know, before we had that really cold weather a couple years that killed all our trees out here, we had a beautiful orange tree in the back, and we got so many oranges. They were so good. I miss my orange tree. Okay, now I'm just going to trim off any excess just like that. All right, this layer can go ahead down on our card. Yeah, just a little bit extra. And we'll center that right in the middle. I love how these colors look together. Okay, let's stamp our sentiments. And I have that little square that I cut out. Pumpkin pie. And this one's going to say, thanks a bunch. Can I get that right in the middle? It's a really pretty font, don't you think? I like it. Okay, now we can start doing the assembly. So I'm going to take my orange pieces that I've already cut out. And I've got the 3 bigger orange pieces. I've got 2 leaves, and I have 3 flowers, 1 big and 2 of the small that we're going to put on. So I'm going to start by just using some seal to put on this big orange piece. I'm going to put that right about there. I'm not going to press it down too hard because I want to put my leaves underneath. Right about here. And I'll just tuck that under. You know, I'm going to move this over just a little bit because I don't want the leaves to be too far off the card or it won't fit in the envelope. Okay, now we'll take the other orange slice. Once you get this stamped and die cut, this card is really fast and easy to put together. We're going to use some dimensionals, and it looks like I need to open a new pack. I used a lot of dimensionals this past weekend when I was playing with things. Okay. So the celebration, you get, if for every $50 or $100 purchased, you get an item. And there's lots of items to choose from. In the next couple weeks, I'm going to be going through some of the celebration items and making some things so you can see the different sets. And we'll put this right about here, popped up. There's so much fun stuff in this spring catalog. I'm excited about some of these beautiful, beautiful things they have. We'll put our other leaf there. And then we're ready to put our flowers down. I'm going to put the little ones on with the glue dot. And whoops, we'll put one right about here. And one up here. And then this one is big enough we can put a dimensional on it. Okay, like that. Let's also pop up our sentiment. And we'll just put that on an angle right there. Okay, now we're just going to embellish. You know, let's just put the inside in. I didn't do an inside on the card that I have, but I'm just using a 5 1/4 by 4 inch basic white just to put on the inside. Now you could stamp up one of those orange things. You could cut one out and put it on. I'm just using a little bit of this paper extra, and let me cut this off. Just trim it a little bit. Just so we have a little something on the inside. Okay. All right, now back to the iridescent rhinestone pearls, which I love because they're so pretty. And we're just going to take some of these, just the white ones, and we'll put them on our card. And then the ones for the flowers, I'm going to color. So I'm going to take a pumpkin pie blend, and I'm going to color a big one and 2 small ones. And these color really nice, although my pumpkin pie blend I feel like is getting kind of worn out. I probably need to get a new one because I've used the heck out of it. So I'm going to let that dry for a second and then give it a second coat. And I think the orange kind of adds something to it. Okay. And we'll just put these in the middle of our flowers. Oops. My take your pick tool is not cooperating. And the big one. And that's it. That is our first card. I thought citrus would be fun and sunny for January. This was the first bundle that I grabbed this year out of the new catalog. Okay, that is card number 1. Now, the next card we're going to do lemon lime, much in the same way. So what I did was I stamped using the Stamparatus. I did Granny Apple Green, same color for inside and outside, and Daffodil Delight for inside and outside. And then I'm just using a combination of some of these pieces. I also used one of my favorite die sets, which is the Scalloped Contour dies, just to cut out this piece right here out of the basic white. So here's our pieces. Now, if you place an order with me of $35 or more by the 7th, which gives you a couple days after the new catalog comes out, you'll get this week's make and takes. And I just want to mention that now. Here's the host code this week for it, because I just want to show you how they come. So you would need the Sweet Citrus bundle to complete the cards. But all the other dies, like this little label die and these scallop dies, I do the die cutting for you for those. So this is how it comes, all your pieces together. And I also include a piece of the white, so you can do your stamping and die cutting of your fruit. Okay, so this one we're going to start with Daffodil Delight, 8.5, 5.5, scored to 4 1/4. The next layer is from the Scalloped Contour dies. And that's just your basic white. We're going to pop that up, so I'm setting the base aside. Now, this piece right here is from that same DSP that I showed you, the Dandy Designs DSP. This is 4 5/8 by 3 1/4. And I love this pretty, I think it's just a really pretty green. And looks nice with this combination of colors. So we're going to center that right in the middle for that layer. Okay. Then I've got another scalloped contour die that's basic white, and we'll just put that kind of in the middle. Whoops. But maybe a little bit more towards the top because our sentiment's going to go at the bottom. Okay. Now let's stamp our sentiment. And on this one, I used Have a Zesty Birthday. And I did that one with the Granny Apple Green. So let me get my stamp inked up. Okay, just like that. Okay, so let's pull in our pieces. And I've already done the die cutting, so I have 2 lemon pieces, 2 lime pieces. I have 1 of the leaves, set of leaves, and then I've got 2 small and a large, again, of the blossoms ready to go on. Okay, so this one we're going to layer. My nails aren't helping me pick this up. Okay, we'll start by putting our lemon right up here in the corner. We'll get our leaf tucked under. And you can use regular glue if you like. I just prefer to use the seal because it's just fast and easy. We'll tuck that one under there. You can see I have a little something there, but we'll cover that up with the flower, not to worry. Okay. Next, I'm going to take a lemon wedge and put that like that. We'll pop this one up. A couple dimensionals. And then we'll add our second wedge to kind of mirror the first one. Okay, ready to add some flowers. Pop up the big one again. These go together really fast and easy once you get everything all cut out. A couple of glue dots again. I'm getting ink on myself. Whoops. And this one will go here. And the other one's going to go on top of the sentiment, so we might as well get that put on. Okay, we can line that up right there. All right, and let's put that last flower on the sentiment right down here in the corner. And we're ready to add some pearls again. Well, first let's pop this up to the front of our card. I hope everybody's having nice weather. I think it's supposed to be high 70s here all week, and it's just sunny and gorgeous, thank goodness. That it was pretty cold here right before Christmas, and they closed all the amusement parks, and everyone was in agreement that it was too cold to be doing anything. So this one, I'm taking a Daffodil Delight blend and also coloring some of these. You could just use the white too if you wanted to. But the nice thing is you can make these any color you want to coordinate with your cards. Okay. There we have it. There is our second card. All right. So we've done lemons, limes, oranges. Now it's time for grapefruit. Excuse me. Okay. So this one I've also added a scalloped circle die for this. And here's our pieces for this. And I know these aren't perfect grapefruit colors, you know, especially this one, the Calypso Coral, but I love that paper and I wanted to use that paper. That's why the colors are like that. So I have the Calypso Coral and then this is the Petal Pink. And I just thought they looked really nice together. Excuse me. I'm actually choking, not coughing. Okay. Drink of water. All right, 5.5, 8.5, 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This layer is just white that I have for doing the stamping of the grapefruit. And this time, what I stamped the grapefruit, I did the Daffodil Delight on the outside part, the rind. And the inside, I did in Flirty Flamingo. And I thought that kind of looked like grapefruit, although in Texas, our outside is more of a pink color than the yellow. Okay, so that's what that's for. Then I have that same DSP, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. And this will be our first layer that we're going to put on. Look at even the other side with the stars. Isn't that pretty paper? Oh, I'm lying. That's not what this layer is. This one is a little bit bigger than that. It's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. That's a little bit different. Okay. Now, that embossing folder that I showed you, I ran through the machine, excuse me, and let me show you how pretty it is, how easy it is. I probably can't get it lined up again, but something like this, right? Pretty much here. And so the measurements for this piece of Calypso Coral are 5 by 2.5. And then I just kind of centered it where I thought the design would look the best on it. And you get this really pretty embossing. So that's going to be our next layer here. And then from the Scalloped Contours dies, I took this little edge border and just ran it across the basic white. And we'll just do like we did with the other card and adhere it on the side. And let me get it a little bit closer just to add a nice little decorative edge. And cut off the extra. And that's all there is to that. And we'll just go ahead and put this down next. Now, once this is down, I'm going to tie a little bit of ribbon around the card. Okay, isn't that pretty so far? I love that. So I've got that white glittered organdy ribbon, one of my favorites, because who doesn't love glitter? And we're just going to wrap this around the card. And make sure I've got a long enough piece. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to tie a bow kind of towards the top. Right about there. My nails are a little bit longer than usual, and I don't like them that long because it's hard to do things. It's hard to type at work and on my computer. Do we call it typing still? I might be dating myself by saying typing. Working on the computer is what I was doing. Okay, I'm going to try and slide this down just a little bit. All right, I kind of like where that's at now. Whoops. Now, it seems a little bit loose, so what I'm going to do is just stick a little glue dot underneath there to hold it once I find my glue dots. So let me just pull one up. I'm just going to stick it right here. I'm going to hold that in place. Okay, Now I have the Petal Pink Scalloped Contour die, and I think we will pop that up. Right about there. Hopefully that's up high enough. Will our sentiments still fit? I think so. Maybe I'm going to move this just a little bit. I can do it without ripping everything. We'll just move it just a tad higher. Okay. Now, our grapefruit pieces are here. So we can start putting those. And then one leaf. And I have just one of the little flowers this time. And we'll just kind of center these here. Put this one here. And we'll pop up this little wedge. We still have to stamp our sentiment. And on this one it says, enjoy the sweeter things in life. And let me tuck my leaves underneath. And then we'll put a glue dot on our flower. Okay, let's stamp our sentiment. So all I have is this little piece of Petal Pink, and this is 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. And I'm gonna stamp that in Calypso Coral. I'm starting to get unorganized here. And just like that. And then I'm going to take my Borders Pick-a-Punch and just, now you could flag these with scissors too, but I like this because it's just super easy just to make a banner with this. You don't have to do anything fancy. And that's it. All right, more dimensionals. We'll do 3. I don't know, which one do you like the best? Orange, lemon, lime, or the grapefruit? I never remember to eat grapefruit in the year. We always have it on Christmas morning. And then I'm always like, wow, that's really good. I should eat grapefruit more often. But I just don't always think of it. It's a great winter fruit. Okay, we need a little embellishment. And we'll do pumpkin pie again. Or what else do I have? Let me see. I have Calypso Coral, so I might as well use that. And we'll just color one of those, that Calypso Coral. Might as well match if we're going to match, right? Okay. All right, and that is card number 3. Now, the next project that we're going to do is fun because we're going to make this cute little treat box. And let me show you what we have inside. Let me tidy up for a second here because things are getting a little bit out of control. Okay. All right. So I found these baby bundt cakes. These are Hostess. And they're lemon drizzle baby bundt cakes. And look how cute they are. These little drizzled bundt cakes in lemon. So I thought, well, that would make a really nice gift. If you made a bunch of these for your coworkers or send one for the teacher at school with your kids. And easy to make, super easy to make. I've also added for the label for this one, I used the stitched rectangle dies, this one right in the middle for the label. Okay, so let's pull out our pieces. Now the first thing we want to do is make our box, right? And I have my really super fancy instructions here. You can see how I kind of sketched out what I wanted to do here to make this box. And so I'm going to take, you start with 11" by 7" Daffodil Delight cardstock. And I'm going to score it using my what do you call it, trimmer, paper trimmer. And I love this one. I had a ton of paper trimmers. But I like the Stampin' Up! One because it's got the blade to cut and it also has this to score. So I like to score with that. So we're going to score on the long side first. And I'm going to have to pull this part out because we're going to go long, right? So I'm going to score it at 1". Then I'm going to score it at 4". I don't know what I just got on my paper. I'm going to score it at 6". And then at 9". Okay, and then on the short side, I'm going to score it at 2". And at 5". All right, now it's all scored and ready to go. And I don't know why I'm getting something on there. I'm pretty meticulous about cleaning up my surface, but I already have one that I've scored, so I'm just going to use this one because it's clean. Okay, so once we have everything scored, we're just going to start folding. And just fold along the score lines. And then we're going to do some cutting. And if you get the make and takes, I've already scored these as well. Okay, now we have our piece all scored the way it's supposed to be. And then we're going to just start trimming, cutting. Okay, so on this side, we're going to cut each one. So I'm going to cut up just along the score lines. And this one we're going to cut off completely. I'm going to cut this side at an angle because this is going to be our lid right here, the top of our box. Okay, and then I'm also going to put these little flaps at an angle just because they look nicer tucked in. So I'm just doing that on these, the short ones, okay? Then we're going to go to the other side and do the exact same thing. And then our box will be ready to be put together. I'm using the longer scissors because I just want to cut one swoop up to the line. And again, over here, we're going to cut this. And cut this part at an angle and just cut it off. Okay. Let's trim up our little pieces here on the angle tabs. Boop. And one more. And then we pretty much have our box ready to go. And we will start putting it together. Now you can see how this is going to fold, right? Put my scissors away. Okay, so this is what it looks like once we've scored and cut it. Okay. All right. So this is going to fold up. This is going to be the bottom here. We are going to fold in the sides like this. And then bring up the sides like that. So where I'm going to put my adhesive is on these sides right here. Now you can use glue. I'm just going to, because I want it to go fast on the video, I'm just going to use some seal on. I'm just using, doing these smaller tabs that we cut the flaps out of. Okay. And you can see we're going to line this up like that. Okay. So far, so good, right? Let me flap this back so you can see better. These go on the inside as well. Like that. Now you can see we have almost like a little bakery box, right? Okay, that's our box. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to cut on this side I'm just going to cut these off halfway down, and let's cut some little tabs for here too, so it all tucks in nice. Seems like a lot of cutting, right? Okay. Okay, now this will just tuck in like that, and then I have this flap that I'm keeping on the outside that we're going to put our label on. Okay, so our box is set. Let's put our treat in. Here's our cute little bundt cake. I'm just going to set it right inside there and close it up, and we're ready to start decorating. Okay, so here are our pieces again. This is just the white I've included for doing the lemons and cutting that. So this DSP is from the annual catalog, and it's the teacup DSP, and it has this really cute lemon paper in there. So that's what I use to decorate the outside of this box. And so I have one piece of this, and this is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then I have 4 of the other ones, which are 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, so 4 of those that are going to go on the sides. So we can go ahead and adhere all those down. All right. Yeah, Pam said that box would be good for so many things. It really is your basic handy box, right? You could put all kinds of things in there. Let me trim off that little piece right there because it's bothering me. All right. And we'll put our sides on. Okay, let's stamp our sentiment next, and we'll put that on the front flap. So this one I did enjoy the sweeter things in life. Now, if you remember, we used that stamp a few minutes ago, and it's long, right? And we don't want it to be long, so what we're going to do is I'm going to start by cleaning the stamp because I've already used it. Okay, so that's nice and clean. Then I'm going to take some Post-it tape, and I'm going to see where it says enjoy the sweeter things in life. Things in life is going to get taped off. All right, and for this one I used garden green. We've got some garden green in that DSP. So when you do this, once you get the ink on there, tear off your piece of Post-it tape, and we'll put this on the top part. I'm going to bring it a little closer to me so I can get it lined up better. Enjoy the sweeter. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. Clean it off, and this time we're going to tape the other side. And take this off and line up things in life. Okay, there we go. Now I'm just going to take some seal and put this right on the front. And as you can see, I did not cut that very evenly. I should have cut the yellow a little bit more evenly. But that'll just sit right on the front. And I kind of like it sticking out a little bit. Now, if you don't like that, you could do a little magnet on the inside and outside so it stays flat. But I kind of like it sticking out a little bit, so I left it like that. Okay, let's get some of the ribbon and tie this closed. And then we'll put our decorations on the front. And we'll just hold it closed this way. And I just have to trim the one side. All right, I'm gonna move this a little bit this way and try and angle my bow so I still have room to go ahead and put my circle. It's not the prettiest bow I've ever done, that's for sure, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so we've got our layering circle die, basic white. We have our last set of dies that we cut out, and I've got lemons. And so let's start arranging those on our circle. And I may have used a different set last time, but it doesn't matter. You can use any pieces that you want. So lemon that way, and we'll pop up the wedge. Okay, just like that. And we'll add our leaves and our flower. I think Stampin' Up! Did a good job in designing this because I really like the way everything goes together, and I'm really happy with this set. I think they did a good job. Lots of fun. All right, we'll put a flower right there. Let's add, we'll just put a big white one this time, right in the middle like that. And then let's pop this whole thing up onto our box. And I'm just gonna kind of go around the ribbon like that. And then we'll put this whole thing down like right about here. And that is it. That's our last project. Wouldn't this be a fun little gift to get? A nice little treat for somebody. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at what we've made this evening. And we made our cute little boxes. We did our grapefruit. This one might be my favorite because I really like the embossing. Oh, we didn't put any pearls on. White pearls too, we could put scattered here. I think this one's my favorite. Then we did the lemon lime one, and the orange one we started with for the thank you. And thank you is a good thing this time of year. We all have some thank you cards to write, right, after Christmas. So I hope you like these cards. Let me show you a couple quick things, and then I'm going to show you the cards that we're going to work on for next week. Also, if you place an order, I'm part of the Sweet Stampin' Friends tutorial team, and this is a set of 10 of us demonstrators who put this together every month. This is the January version. This is the card that I made, and this is another set that's coming out. This says, Happy Birthday from all of us, and it's a little firm set. Isn't that cute chicken wire cardstock? So if you spend $50 or more, placing an order with me, I will send you the PDF for this for free. And it's got lots of really fun ideas. It's got all the PDFs for each card or project that there is. Kelly does beautiful scrapbook pages. So she's got a scrapbook page in there. So you will get this for free with an order of $50 or more. And that is the one for January. And then, excuse me. If you would like the PDF for tonight's projects, email me and I will be happy to send this to you. This has all the measurements and products that we've used. Paper Pumpkin through the 10th is a Valentine's theme, just to remind you. Excuse me. I want to tell you about one more thing really quick. This beautiful, beautiful new die cutting machine in this blue boho color is coming out. And if you join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator, this is one of the things that you'll be getting in the bundle. And I believe it's $125. You get $175 worth of product that you pick, whatever you want, in this cut and emboss machine. So we'll talk about this more next week. But that is a really great deal if you wanted to join Stampin' Up! Okay, next week, we're going to use another set. And these are some of the cards that we're going to make next week with this designer series paper and stamp set. Excuse me. So I hope you can join me next week if we make these cards. Thank you so much for joining me this week, and I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.